What up? What up with your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios? It is Wtf Wednesday. How's everybody doing there tonight? We're gonna freeball it a little bit tonight. Greg's feeling a little bit under the weather, so he ain't gonna be joining us. Dino the Genetic Marvel is in the office at the moment. He said he will be joining us here shortly. Can't wait to talk to him. He brought himself out here to Ohio over the weekend, and he had a pretty interesting trip back home. I can't wait to hear about that. Before we start the show off, I'd like to give a shout out to Selfie World. We had a hell of a show last weekend. If y'all missed it, for St. Patty's Day, me, Dino the Genetic Marvel, Ryan Weiss, Smash Schmidt, Monty Lumpkin, Bubba James, Anthony Marsicola. I don't think I forgot anybody, but if I did, I'm sorry. But yeah, we had a hell of a time. Go check out Selfie World out in Cleveland. It's a nice venue. It's a different venue. Nice place to take a girl out on a date or whatever, or a guy these days, whatever the fuck your chosen gingerisms or whatever it is. But yeah, we had a good time. Good people. We are doing a 420 show, and we're also doing a Cinco de Mayo show out there. And that's 5th of May for you white people. So come and check us out. So without further ado, joining me to start this shit show off is local comedian Dan D.D. Smith. Let me get you in here right now. See, I like this better when I got a producer.
Yeah, you ain't got to do shit, you lazy motherfucker. What's up? And white people, fuck you. I'd speak for the white people. And we know what Cinco de Mayo is, motherfucker. It's another excuse to get drunk.
Yeah, it's the Mexican St. Patrick's Day. That's the only reason why you know it.
Another motherfucking excuse to get drunk. Like, you motherfuckers think you're Irish, which I am, on St. Patrick's Day.
Hey, I got the right. I got ginger kids. I got the right.
Just because you were plugged into an Irish bitch, don't mean you're fucking Irish, man.
Just like saying. I can celebrate Black History Month. I got black kids and a black grandbaby.
Dude, here we go again.
I'm good for 4th of July too, because I got the white kids too. What you want the Italian? What the Italians don't get a day? That's fucked up because I got Italian kids also.
Just because you got like I guess it's fuck the Native American kids that I have. You have Indian kids?
Native American. Well, they got Native American bloodlines, whatever.
Native American, synonymous.
No, because there's dot and slot. Get it right.
What are you implying? What are you implying?
I ain't implying shit. I'm saying dot, 7-Eleven, slot, reservation. Casino.
Two different types of Indian. I get you.
Exactly. Just like there's different Jews too. There's the Sand People Jews, and then there's the American Jews.
I don't know, what is that? Hasidic and balsamic or something like that.
It's all salsa to me.
I knew some kind of salad dressing. I don't know.
Marco versus Joe Biden in the diversity contest. I do, because I don't sniff them.
Oh, good Lord.
What's up, Joey Edibles? From Square Table Degenerates. I believe that's Joey Stingy. Or is that your same shit, Joey? If he's still listening, he's probably like, fuck Mark. And just...
He wanted to see Dino. He saw Dino in here. He took out.
He'll be here shortly. He's dropping a deuce. I told you he was in the office.
I really don't give a shit, to be honest, but whatever.
Yeah, but he is right now as we speak.
I get it. Once again, I don't give a shit. He's giving a shit. I don't want to give a shit.
Joey, your podcast is the Square Table Degenerates, correct? I don't know if we got a lag in the message.
Square Table of Degenerates.
Square Table, STD. Yep.
Correct.
So anybody else, y'all want to check out a cool podcast, Joey Edibles, we having a lot of cool guests on his shows. So go check him out when you get a chance. All right. So where do we start off here?
I don't know. Usually you talk about seeing people.
Well, I mean, seeing people doing their own thing right now.
What's going on over there?
We just need to stay out the fuck. Pretty much Netanyahu, the leader of the Jew sand people.
Yeah. Aren't they trying to overthrow him or something or get him out of there?
No. I mean, he's doing his thing right now. The Palestinians are trying to get him out of there. But so the Jew sand people are pretty much. I mean, at least they're stretching out. I mean, I guess they got an island or whatever, which sounds real fucked up. But they're offering humanitarian aid and refuge to the Palestinians who aren't a part of this whole bullshit. They're offering that transport to this island where humanitarian aid and everything else is. So that's the last I heard of that. Aside from, I guess, Joe Biden tried to tell Netanyahu to stop, and Netanyahu told Joe Biden to go fuck himself.
Pretty much, I did hear that.
I mean, honestly, after everything that was, like, I still can't understand why people are still supporting the Palestinians. I just don't. Especially after that bullshit that I reported on last week. When you are raping and murdering and just doing the most foulest shit to a group of people over 2 cows, fuck you. Fuck you and your God. Fuck you, your God, and your land. All right? Fuck you.
Well, you forgot to fuck the cow.
When are we going to have Flat Earth Dave on as a guest? Dude, actually, Mike Bradley, Big Grape, might be joining us later, and he's a flat earther. And just some of the silly shit that me and Grape be on the same page on a lot of things, but I just can't. I mean, I can't deal with this whole we never went to the moon, or the earth is flat and you can't get to outer space, or there's a firmament, all this other horse shit. If we take out the government, fucking Elon Musk himself is fucking displacing all the lies we were pushed over all the generations. I mean, we're right now, the last year, I heard about Elon's colony that he's putting on Mars. So he said last year, in 2 years, that there will be a colony on Mars. So we're like 1 year and 6 months into that shit. And so that means they're just buttoning up shit. So if we got a fucking colony on Mars, if somebody has a colony on Mars, then best believe we were on the moon several times. I mean, nobody fucking.
Oh, I think we fucked up at Marcos.
There it went. I guess we can't talk about the moon.
I don't know. It's round, isn't it?
Well, no, my internet just shut down for a quick minute.
I know.
All right, we're good again. So so I mean, we gotta have colonies on the moon, and the fact that there's 7 independent companies that are doing off-planet mining. I mean, come on. What are we doing? They got a fucking little glass cutter and they're cutting through the firmament on the dome, or if it's raining acid on Neptune, then why isn't it raining acid on Earth if we're all stuck in the same biosphere? No, nobody says nothing like that. What about the fucking terrible storms that are on some of these planets, or the huge amounts of ice, or the huge amounts of fucking fire? Why, if we were stuck in an enclosed biosphere, that shit would all be hitting us. I mean, it is what it is.
So you're telling me there's people that actually believe, like, what is that? 14 years of who shit is real?
Kind of.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're actually like the size of a fucking Q-tip in this big, huge other world.
Right. Now, I do believe that our maps are fucked up. And there's a lot of land that hasn't been discovered or maybe even been covered up. Different things are hidden because, we got maps like the Perry Reese map that was, made way before we even hit the Antarctica or the North Pole. And and it's accurate. It's accurate as fuck. And there's not only the Perry Reese map, but there's quite a few other ones. And, nobody knows how these things are mapped out or anything or whatever. So, then, if you look at we got our pictures of what America looks like. We got our pictures of what the other countries look like from books. And they're all pretty much a standardized picture and they're standardized where they're located. But that shit ain't like that in real life.
If we're in if you take a picture from the space station down on Earth, how can we not know every little piece of land on Earth right now?
Oh, because the space station supposedly is just somewhere in Arizona.
Oh, Christ. Dino, what's up?
Yeah, he's getting his shit together. Let him do his thing. I don't like that side view of you on your picture there. You already lost a bunch of weight. Now you look all kind of Ethiopian.
He looks Canadian. Especially with that look.
I've seen a few posts out there, and for some reason, and I know why, it's because election time is coming up. All the racist comments and all the racist posts are coming back out, and all the colonizer posts are coming out.
Oh shit!
And I started thinking about this, and I guess what really brought me to it is earlier I was watching a documentary on how Neanderthals and Homo habilis lived at the same time. They weren't one right after another in the whole evolutionary, process. And the the Neanderthals almost totally wiped out the Homo habilis, which were which we were taught were more advanced Homo sapiens, and that these Neanderthals were basically like superhumans. But it had me thinking, how they grouped together, they formed tribes, and then they formed villages, and then they went and sacked other villages, took over their land, took over their people, whatever. That's the way it's been. I'm so fucking sick of hearing black folks, the colonizers did this, or the Indians got their land taken, or look, here, I'll put it in the simplest form for Americans. Look at it as a football team. All right? If you fucking can't play the game, or if you're not good enough in that division, then you lose the game. You lose your title. If Americans wouldn't have taken the land from the Indians, somebody else would have. And what drives me nuts is it's always the Americans, it's always the Europeans, when it's already been proven. It has already been proven that the Africans and the Sand people were here in America way before even the Vikings. So who was taking whose land? More white folks, more European colonizers have died to free slaves than black folks have. And there was a fucking a media host over in the UK. Somebody tried to catch her up on that racist bullshit, and she said, "Yes, I believe reparations should be served or should be paid from the people who deserved it. Deserved it, and it was the African kings who sold their people." You get mad at the dope head for buying dope, but you letting the dope dealers stay and keep selling the dope. How does that make sense? But if you put it in our real American terms, it's give them Narcan, give them Narcan, give them help these people who are addicted to the dope. Again, that's your slavery because you ain't going after the heroin dealer. Ugh. All right. So, Dan, are you still plenty of fishing over there?
I'm not fishing. I'm trying to catch me another minnow. Oh, fuck. That's where I went wrong last time. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find me a fishes.
You over there catching salamanders.
Yeah, fuck you. they got to evolve somehow.
You get you a picture of a salamander and look real close and then look at your ex.
Yeah, enough. Now you just being slimy and grimy.
She looks like the chick from what was it, Monsters Inc. That salamander looking.
What the fuck is his name? Oh god, now I can't think of it. Randall? Is it Randall?
Yeah.
Oh fucking Christ.
KT looks like Randall.
Oh man, come on now.
No, wait a minute.
That poor girl alone.
No, you're right. Randall had teeth. Hey, some people are into Gumbies, man. I had a Gumby before. It just
did we have this discussion on the show or in private?
Oh, probably in private, probably on the show. Who fucking knows?
I'm talking about we were talking about getting your dick sucked with or without teeth, which was better.
Teeth. Yeah, we did talk about this on the show because you get the spatial and the distant,
Yeah, it's not right. Something ain't right. Something just ain't right.
Yeah, something ain't right. Her mouth. Oh, what the fuck happened to
see, this is another part too. How do you tell someone that if you love them? How do you tell them that?
You tell them before you love them. That is the problem. That is the problem. You say it off the rip. Look, boo, you got it going on there, but you got to do something about the grill. I mean,
dude,
hitting on don't work. I've tried the hitting on thing. It don't work.
Fucking, I don't know how to explain it. You know what? I saw a picture of her from about 4 years ago. Chick is dropped dead 4 years ago.
Because she was 14.
No, she was 26. She was 26. Cut it out. It's all good. Whatever. Yeah, fuck it. Whatever. We all make our mistakes, and I made one. It is what it is.
All right, so we're gonna get on some real shit here.
All right, we're cool.
So
we gonna have plenty fishing?
No. So did you hear? Apparently, I'm trying to find the article here. It fucking just reloaded. There was this chick. She left her, I think it was 16-month-old baby at home. Yeah, right here. An Ohio toddler died after her mom left her home alone while she took a 10-day vacation. What the fuck? You just left the kid. I can't stand when people do that to their animals. Like I like have like anxiety attacks thinking about going to do this little tour this summer with a few of my guys because I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks if I do it. And that's like, I'm afraid to be in the way. Not my kids. I know if my kids, something happened to my kids except Mark, I'll make sure Mark's taken care of. Yeah. If something happened to my kids, then that's their own dumbass fault. But my dogs, I can't like having anxiety over my dogs being left. But this is a 16-month-old child? You couldn't find a babysitter, bitch? Them tickets weren't refundable? She was and she went to Puerto Rico. Oh my God! Look, I gotta pull up this.
Oh fuck! Yeah.
Oh my goodness! The fans called it the ultimate act of betrayal. No shit. And then Cleveland. Oh fuck! Look. Jalen cries echoed through the quiet streets of Cleveland in the dead of night. The toddler whimpered and howled, but no one came to her rescue. Her mother, Crystal Candelario, was away on a 10-day summer vacation and left her alone in a playpen with a few bottles of milk. She left her like she would leave a puppy.
You don't even leave puppies like that. That's the shit you do with a cat, maybe, but you don't leave puppies like that.
The prosecutor said a neighbor's doorbell camera captured a 6-month-old's frequent screams, including one around 1 a.m. 2 days after the mother's like, "You couldn't go knock on the door, motherfucker!"
That's what a well check is for, stupid.
Yeah,
that's blatant stupidity.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. People use them wellness checks against people when this is what that's supposed to be used for.
That's what I'm saying.
I know ignorant bitches, they get mad at their baby daddies or they get mad at one of their friends, and instead of, it's like the new calling children's services.
I know.
You call for a wellness check. And a lot of them people get fucked up because they'll I forget what the fuck it's called, but they'll say that they saw somebody getting hurt or somebody had a weapon or something. Cops go in there, people come to the door, all of a sudden get shot because the cop, is all gun-ho that there's somebody doing something.
I get it, but you have both sides of that, but still, are you kidding me?
But no,
you have this on your fucking doorbell and you don't go see that child? You are an accomplice.
Yeah, that's almost like that. What the fuck is it called? The Good Samaritan law. That's if you see a crime going on and you don't help, you still get charged for. You could get charged for that.
That's are an accomplice. Samaritan law,
right?
You're an accomplice.
Oh my goodness! All right, so let's see.
Everybody that fucking heard that, dude. But I can't fucking walk, but I guarantee you, I can break through that motherfucking door and get to that kid.
Yeah. I mean. See, but Candelera was hundreds of miles away in Puerto Rico with a male friend. So she was going to get dick down in Puerto Rico. And you left your baby bitch, you deserve to rot in prison.
Seriously.
Do they have a Good Samaritan law in Canada? I'm not sure, Megan. I'm not sure, but knowing Trudeau's fucking libtard ass, I'm sure they do. That fucking piece of shit.
Hi, Megan.
Let's see. So it says with a male friend's authority says after a few days at the beach, another stop in Detroit because she had to pick up some weed. She returned home on June 16th last year to find her daughter dead. She had been gone for about 10 days.
Well, no
Candelero
shit.
pleaded guilty last month to 1 count of aggravated murder and 1 count of child endangering. At her sentencing Monday, forensic pathologist, I'm not going to put her name out there, told a Cleveland courtroom that.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right.
What? No, I can't.
You're a little bit quiet.
Hold on.
No, I can't.
You can't hear him? I can hear him.
No, I can't.
No?
I just like to say I can't hear him.
You're just a fucking idiot, Dan. Shut up. All right.
What's up, Dino?
So, all right. So, the forensic pathologist told a Cleveland courtroom that children experience the most extreme separation anxiety between 9 and 18 months. She recounted Jalen's excruciating final days. The pain and suffering she endured last not only hours, not days, but possibly even a week. The baby was found dehydrated and emaciated. Because, 16-month-olds, they know how to go grab that bottle, right?
Is this the lady that she just got sentenced?
Yeah, she got life for fucking leaving. Bitch fucking went and got dick down in Puerto Rico, came back after 10 days. And she stopped in Detroit. She stopped in Detroit before she came home.
Bro. Like, honestly, there's a certain degree that's like, yeah, you should not not everyone should be allowed to have children. You know what I mean? Like, I hate to say that, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, they want to fucking, all this bullshit about gun laws and shit, but anybody can have a fucking baby. If we did some kind of an Asian-y thing on how they curb the kids instead of trying to curb guns, I bet you there'd be a lot less fucking crime.
I mean, people would care about the children they have. That's for sure. But, yeah. I don't know.
Marco's got 26 kids and he loves them all.
And 47 baby mamas. I don't know how that works. But
I don't either, but I can't count the shit either.
I don't know. It's very odd that, like, the fact is, like, people are having kids that they don't want. You're like, okay, like, look, I don't personally agree with abortion because that's my own personal philosophy, but it's none of my concern. But it's like, hold on, you have an option available. If you didn't want the kid, just fucking
Set up for adoption,
Not even
abortion. There's
if you didn't
all
want
kinds of
the
different
kid,
options.
just get rid of it. Throw yourself down the stairs for all God's sakes. Like, but why are you murdering kids? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. At least kill them while they're in the oven. God.
Oh,
you burn it while it's still in the oven.
Oh, you
Damn.
fucking assholes.
Oh, I'm the asshole.
He ain't
Can you hear?
wrong.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, no,
Dan?
he's not.
Can you hear me? Can you hear
What?
me?
What?
Bam.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Exactly.
What?
Cocksucker.
Yeah,
Cocksucker.
It's
no.
my body and my choice, motherfuckers.
Which, hey, you know what? That's
and
fine.
I get
but
to
then
take your
yours-
paycheck. I get to take your paycheck too, even though it's my body, my choice.
You can't have one with it. Listen, your body, your choice. Good, then it's your fucking responsibility.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, that's the way it should be.
But
no,
is, like,
no. If you're man enough to come in a woman, then you should be man enough to be a dad. Well, if you're whore enough to open your legs, you should be woman enough to take care of what pops out.
Well, if not, listen, if you're not willing to take care of what pops out, don't let it pop out. I get it. Get a vacuum and take care of it. Maybe go shopping. Use the coat hanger twice. Whatever you gotta do.
Tosh endorses Dyson.
I mean, it's quick, it's efficient, it's rechargeable. Those are all benefits.
Actually, Dyson does make the abortion tools.
Is it really? Oh God.
Yes, the vacuum cleaner people.
Yeah, you can detach the one that I have. It's electric, and it's a little thick, but yeah, you could probably use it.
That's what she said.
I'm just saying.
And that's why there's no burnt biscuits in Dan's oven.
But listen,
I had my 2 kids. I got fixed. Fuck that. I'm good.
Listen, but that's the real question. It's like, okay, well, you can't you have to be responsible. I love how people are just like, oh well, I need to live my life. You are living your life. This is the life you chose. Like, that's the same problem with people in the beginning of the pandemic are like, I hate my wife, I hate my kids, I hate my house. You're like, bro, you chose all those. That's on you. You're stupid. Okay, so now you got to live with it and suck it. Sorry. Anyone who is like, oh, I hate my life. Yeah, that's your choice, stupid. Be responsible. I don't,
I mean, I done dug myself in plenty of holes. I don't blame anybody for fucking giving me the shovel. I don't blame anybody for giving me the fucking light on my head. I don't blame anybody for not tossing me a ladder to get the fuck out of the hole.
To be clear, other people have also dug Marco holes. That's just...
Oh, yes.
This is Youngstown.
I'm sure as we speak, there's holes being dug for me.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. But look, I understand why, hey, you need a break from parenting. Hell, everybody, you need a break from your friends. You need a break from your significant other. You need a break from yourself. That's what I take mushrooms for. But you can't just stand there and going, well, I'm going to just abandon all my responsibilities. You're like, no, you can't do that. You have to plan a vacation. It's fine.
The bad thing is here in America, in this day and age, you can do that. There is the option for that. There is some kind of bleeding heart fucking, charity or church or some kind of program that I'm sure that if you go whine the right fucking little whine to them, they'll take that baby from you. No harm, no foul. Just sign it right over.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. There are actually, I forget which state it is, but they have at the firehouse, they have anonymous
There's a
drop
few
your baby
houses
up.
like that. There's a few places.
You open the thing,
That's
put a baby in, close it up, walk away. There's no cameras, and it's meant to be anonymous, and they're like, it's fine. Why? Because sometimes life happens that way. I
That's
get
better
it.
than having a toilet baby or a dumpster baby.
I mean, but at the same time, it's like, okay, if you're gonna do that, that's fine. But why? What were you what was the thought process behind it? That's what I was talking with somebody today about that. It's like, listen, I can tell you, hey, you do some fucked up shit, but if I'll ask you, okay, well, why did you do it? Explain to me your logic, and then I can respect you. But if you're, well, I just had to. No, then you're just an asshole. Doesn't make any sense. I'm not sure what state, Megan.
I'm looking it up now.
Why do you care?
She's in Vancouver. It's a short ride. She could just go.
Like,
maybe she dropping off or picking up. Either one. That's fine. Hey, you know what? It's all good.
I need me a baby real quick. I'm gonna pawn it up.
I mean,
they're called baby boxes.
Okay.
And the first thing that popped up here was infant surrendered at KY. That's Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Megan, who are you calling? The only one that could be me or Marco.
All right, so
I thought it said ho. My fault.
Safe Haven Baby Boxes has referred over 500 women to crisis centers, assisted in 10 adoptions, have had over 140 legal safe surrenders. 43 babies have been surrendered in boxes. I think they could have just said not boxes. 3 babies were surrendered to the firefighters.
So come out the box into another box?
That is it. That is box to box. I mean, that's how you stay away from being homeless. I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm going like, listen, I get it. I don't agree with it, but hey, it makes it a bad situation.
Okay, so there's India. Apparently here in Ohio, they got drop boxes. Indiana, Ohio. So that bitch dropped off, and she could have dropped her baby off at the fucking post office or wherever that she dropped the babies off at. And at least the baby would have had a chance. She'd have still been a piece of shit, but you'd have got to be, you wouldn't be in prison right now for life, bitch.
Yeah.
So,
like, especially the fact that, like, it's not like going to Puerto Rico and going to Detroit were free.
Right.
You had to spend, like, you're like, and you couldn't figure out, so like, did she?
And she wasn't pretty at all, so she paid half.
So hold up. This is my question to both of you, and this is a for real question. Is it worse to have the baby and not treat the baby correctly, or is it worse to have an abortion?
Hold on.
I think that's
worse.
The choice.
Worse to have it and treat it like shit.
Yeah.
Versus an abortion.
Versus an abortion.
I mean, listen. My problem, Dan, is I don't understand a situation. Like, I can't understand a situation where I wouldn't want my offspring.
I feel the same. This is why I'm asking.
That's why I'm like, it's confusing. So, like, if it was mine, I'm like, the only reason in my mind for an abortion would be if, like, the child is going to be sick, like there's going to be issues, then you're like, okay, what kind of life am I setting them up for?
Wait, stop.
You're late.
Uh-oh.
It's a cock fiesta.
All right, go back to what you said.
But like the idea of like, if you're poverty, I can't like I don't understand, why would you raise your kids and then treat them like shit? Like, you could beat them because that's not always bad. Like, I was hit when I was a kid because I was an asshole. Didn't help. I'm still an asshole, but it's fine. It's, it's not. Yeah. So, but like, if you're planning on abusing your child, then why are you having kids? Like that sounds ridiculous to me, right? Like that it doesn't make sense. Like, look, as a parent, you have to learn you're not their friend. You're their parent. So when I hate you, good, hate me, but you're still not gonna do stupid shit.
If you like me every day of your life, I'm doing something wrong.
I mean, most likely, right? Well, or you're rich. One of the two.
There's the paradox there. I mean, because I can see, this. I'm totally, on the side of what you guys are both saying. But to play devil's advocate, to look at the other end of it, there are, and this is, the big Democrat thing fucking makes me want to puke. But there are them instances where there wasn't planned, or there was a rape, or there was an incest, or there was just a dumb kid, or something like that. And
those are also, I'm like, I get it,
So that's where it comes in, where is this going to be? Are you going to let your child, who's a child, ruin her future over another child, or keep it in. And then, if you go to the far right, it's that child is an angel, this and that, and all this other horse shit. If you go far left, then it's that baby, how are you going to ruin that little kid's life by making it have this, child or whatever. So, I mean, there's that paradigm there. And it's such a small fraction, though. But that small fraction is what gets blown up. And that's what, is the big argument in the media today.
Yeah.
There's always one in the crowd. That's how they say it. There's always one in the crowd. It's always one.
Look, and you know what? Listen, so my thing is this. If a child or a person results in getting, like, they get pregnant and it's because of rape that is proven, like, okay, you know what? I would say that is for I could understand the person wanting to get rid of that baby, but also I would charge the rapist with also murder.
That's fair.
To me, that makes sense, right?
That makes a whole lot of sense
to me.
That's why I'm like, there's a certain unaccountability when it comes to abortion where I'm like, look, if it was incestuous or it was a young person, where I'm like, listen, was it a young person that kind of fucked up, or was it a young person that, they started fucking and they got pregnant and they're like, well, I was stupid. And you're like, you know what? Now you're stupid and you're going to have to suffer for it. Like, my opinion is, but if it's like, oh, they're 14, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, that's not, but if you're 17, well, sorry, you're stupid. Now you're going to have to live a stupid life.
But then they have the,
I think
then they have the fucking, well, I didn't get to live my life.
Good.
I still got 30.
I've been a dad since I was 16 years old. I'm starting to live my life now. That's why I don't give two fucks what anybody thinks of what I say.
Because you raised your kids first.
That's what I'm saying. I was that dumb kid. I was that dumb kid that was like, fuck it, I'm going to fuck everything that walks, and I got stuck with the consequences.
36
and it made me a better person for it. Honestly, I wish I would have chosen mama's better for my kids. It wasn't the best of situations all the time for them, but I did my damnedest, and I hope that my children may not have the best life in the world, but they sure as fuck ain't got the worst.
Yeah. I think I did decent with my kids' mothers as far as them being mothers to my children.
Yeah. And look, and that's like there's I
fucked up bad on one.
I'm sure there's more than one on that list. That's fine.
Oh no, the one baby mama I fucked up real bad.
I'm batting 1,000. Both of my kids' mothers love their children. They don't like me.
Oh, Dan, you dirty
love
slut.
Their children.
Dan, you're a slut.
So, fuck it, whatever.
No, but listen, but that's the thing is, okay, like, I don't agree with how the system is set up for child support and everything, because I hear a lot of horror stories and those are ridiculous. But
hey guys,
yeah.
Hey guys, wait a second. Keep the show going on. I gotta get off here for a quick second.
All right.
No problem. We'll be here entertaining the masses as we do. No, like I don't mind. Like, even if I don't agree with it, hey, it's the law. You can get an abortion. That's on you, right? But like the stats that are coming out, that it's like, oh, there are people who just use that as a form of birth control. You're like, oh, that's not that is a problem. Like, that is a psychological issue, right? And that's when you're like, that's not healthy, and it's also not good for your body. I can imagine. So I'm like, that's weird, right?
I'm not sure. I've never had an abortion myself personally.
Me neither. So far,
I have been pregnant.
I mean,
I got pregnant once.
I mean,
Is that mutual masturbation thing? You shot on my stomach, went in the belly button, boom, I'm pregnant.
That is the science, people. That's
the true science. That's how it's working now, at least. That's how a man gets pregnant in the 2020s.
Bro, that's yeah.
And that's a fact. That's how a man gets pregnant.
How a man gets pregnant. He jizzes into his own belly button and gets pregnant.
Yes.
That's how it works.
I told Megan that, and she says I'm a liar.
I mean,
I told her it's her. She says I'm a liar. What the fuck? He's walking out on me.
It's one of those things. That's why I'm like, I don't understand why. Like, did Marco say if the lady had, like, did she had family or anything? Like, she had nothing?
I have no idea. This is my outside looking in kind of perspective. I think
Yeah.
she was a stripper. One of her sugar daddies decided to take her out on a trip, and she didn't have a babysitter. She was trying to raise a kid, and she said, "Well, I'll leave it food, and it'll be fine."
It's
Well,
not a
that's
bird.
not how humans work.
No.
You can't even do that with a fucking puppy. Me and Marco were talking about that earlier.
You really can. You might be able to pull it off with a full-grown trained dog, but even still, it was a week, right? She was gone for a week.
10 days.
Like 10 days. Nope, that dog will kill something. 100%. Like that's.
You might not even be able to leave a cat like that.
I mean, you're gonna have to pick up shit. Like we've left the cat before, and because we have an automatic feeder that feeds it. As long as you fill it up, it'll feed it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
But like, and we put out like 2 litter bins, and they'll be full, and then it'll shit right beside it because cat's an asshole. Even if it's not full, the cat will do that on a regular day because cats are assholes. But
they they want clean. Cats are clean animals.
No, usually. They're filthy pieces of bastards.
Pieces of bastards. I've never heard that in my life.
Hey, that's how it works.
Is that like me giving you a toenail of mine?
I mean,
I'm a bastard.
I mean, basically. Everything okay?
I apologize everybody for that. I got a message stating that there was a bunch of fire trucks and ambulances around the shelter that I volunteer at. So I kind of freaked out there for a minute. I got a hold of the lady who runs the place, and here.
You want me to go down?
Well, it was right next door. I guess there was a car accident next door to the building.
All right.
So
Lucky.
Yeah, I was just thank a higher power. I hope the people who got to the accident aren't hurt or anything, but just.
I hope they got hurt just for fucking with your emotions, sir.
Oh, dude, that had me.
Oh my God.
That'll fuck with you, man.
I would have ran down. I mean, I'm only like 2 minutes from the fucking place.
Like, wow. But that's, you know what though? Like that's one of those things where like you say, oh, that fucking horn, bro, Dan, this bastard fucking gave me the horn, and he kept on giving it to me, and I'm like, all right, well, hey, after the 3rd time, he's like, careful, that's a giant killer. And I'm like, now after 3, you tell me, thank you for that.
Dan fucking hits it.
I have a gloat on this one because hold up. I have a gloat on this one because you and Grape both got all fucked up.
Oh yeah, big Grape. Grape was hammered.
I hit that shit like fucking crazy. The only time it really kind of threw me off a shade was when I was trying to go do my set at the taco place. So
you were already all fucked up. Is that when you hit the telephone pole and you want to beat up the Pakistani man?
No, that was when I started doing fucking was it Prozac or no, not Prozac, Xanax.
Yeah, they switched up Dan's medicine, and it was not a good day to be in the car, in the driver's seat of the car. Yeah.
No.
First of all, he had me like he got off the wrong exit on some side road, and then it was just a little. It didn't even look like a store. It looked like just like a garage with a gas pump in front of it. And he's like, "There's a bathroom," because I had to piss so fucking bad. I was like, I had a onesie on, of course, and I'm like, damn it, so I can't just piss anywhere. So he's like, "Go around the back. There's a bathroom." I'm lapping this fucking building because there's no goddamn bathroom out there. I walk inside this shanty. The monsters that we drink are right there by the front door, right there. He had to walk right past it, and Dan ain't the fucking fastest motherfucker in the world, so he had time to see the fucking monsters. He goes back to the corner and he gets some Starbucks shit that I don't drink because they don't, they're all Palestinian supporters or whatever the fuck. But he's like, "There's no monsters." He's like, "Right the fuck there, but there ain't no fucking bathroom." So. The kid Jordan was with us. He had some shit. Dan had some shit. I gave him my shit. Dan said he was going to pay for it. Cool. So he goes up. The guy rings it up. And Dan's mugging this A-Rap. I mean, I'm talking sand people with the fucking towel on and everything. And he big old beard. He looked like he was like one of the Amish of the sand people. But he's looking at, he's eyeballing the dude. And the dude figures it all out. And he hands it. And Dan's like, "No. Stop." And the guy's like, And he's doing this thing. Dan's like, no, let me see that. So the guy finishes up, hands him the receipt. Let me see the other receipt. And he's comparing it like an old Italian lady at the fucking deli who didn't get the fucking right chip chop ham or something. Oh my God. And then like, this isn't right. And the guy's like, guess it is right. And then he's just like, wait a minute. All right, never mind. It's fine. And the guy was like, well, do you want your receipt? And he slid it over and then threw it in his fucking face. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
I did not throw it in his face. I threw it down on the counter.
Yes, the fuck you did.
If it hit him in the face, it bounced off the counter and then hit him in the face. I did not throw it in his face.
So that just shows you how hard he threw it. So then we get in the fucking car, and Jordan comes out, and he puts the motherfucker in reverse. Bow! Right to a damn telephone pole.
I mean,
like he stays there for a quick second, and you can see like the anger bubbling up on top of his head. And he threw it in drive. He's like, "Fuck it, it's an SUV. It's made for that shit." So
it's not.
I didn't say that until
yes, you did. We can get all Jordan right now.
Not until we were in the grass. Not until we were driving through the grass.
No.
I didn't say that until we were in the grass.
We haven't even got near the grass yet. So we get on the freeway, and he's just acting like that didn't happen. Like me and Jordan's like, what the fuck is going on? And Dan is just driving, and you see like sweat pouring down his fucking face. Then all of a sudden, like, I can see the light. I can see the right-hand turn that we got to make. There's a light there. There's also a few houses and a field, and then one of them places that they set up them Amish little sheds and shit that they sell out in front of a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
GPS says, make a right. Didn't even have time to say in 300 feet. Dan makes this right into somebody's yard, through the yard, into the field, and he parks next to one of these Amish buildings and a playset. Hops out of the car and starts looking at his bumper like he meant to do that.
That's right. 100%.
Yes.
I mean, proceed accordingly. Yeah.
That was. Oh my God. And me and Jordan are just looking at each other like, should one of us take the steering wheel? Then he gets back in the car.
Cold, dead hands.
Now, mind you. And now, Dan got a very, very nice car. A very nice Buick SUV. It is nice. It's got the lights on the inside, the whole screen. It's very nice. Right. This fucker gets back in the car. Now, we have an out. If he would have backed up, turned a little bit, there was a parking lot that goes into the field that we were at. No! He fucking drives right through the fucking field to the street on the other side.
It's an SUV. What the fuck?
I mean,
this SUV is not like a Jeep. It's like it's almost like one of the Mercedes SUVs. You know, the nice ones that just called SUVs for them yuppie white ladies with the money.
The Enclave?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice ride. It's not meant to do anything off-road, just to be very clear.
Lies.
It's meant for a nice, straight, comfortable road with no potholes.
It does that real well too.
If you stay on the road, if you stay on the fucking road, that car drives like a dream.
Beautiful.
Off-road too.
Hey man, I've had Buicks. Buicks are fantastic, built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah.
But like with leather seats on the toilet. It's very nice. Yeah. Very fancy.
Oh, dude, he got the little Tron strip that goes around. It's like an LED strip that goes around the whole car.
Oh, Dan, I didn't know you were gay. It's okay.
No, it would be gay if it bumped to the music.
Dude, I wonder if that's an option. I think I'm gonna try to get that. That's pretty cool.
I mean, that's fair.
So speaking of fucked up trips, tell me about your trip home, Dino.
Oh, bro. So I learned this. I'm not sure what kind of midgets they're catering to, but the buses that go over the border and into the United States are consistently like the seat is short, if not like it's like short
what the hell
wise, but also like tight. So like you're constantly being tall, I'm constantly uncomfortable. However, the Canadian ones aren't so bad. So going back, we got to the border, and this was the problem. Was I immediately was first in line to the border people, and they're like, "You can come in, sir." I'm like, "Hi," and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I visited a friend. We were cooking and doing stuff," and they're like, "Oh yeah, what'd you cook?" I'm like, "I made tzatziki for him," and they're like, "Oh yeah, does your recipe have something special?" I go, "Yes, it does," and the lady starts laughing. She's like, "Technically, you have to answer any questions," and I'm like, "I'll die before I tell you," and she's like, "Damn, so close," and I'm like, "No, you weren't. It's fine," but then there were only like I think it was like 9 people on our bus going across the border. Like they picked up on the other side of the border in Canada to drive them around, but one person got held back and they weren't allowed to go. They weren't allowed to pass the border, which I'm like, bro, every stop, they're like, we want to make sure you have your passport. So every stop we were on, they were like, let me see your passport. Okay, good. Let me check your passport again before, because we're going to the border now. Every time they checked, they're like, yep, no problem. Sure enough, this guy was like, they were like, nope, you're not getting through. And I'm like, shit. And then they wouldn't let us leave until that guy got in a taxi paid for by Greyhound to go back across the Peace Bridge in Buffalo so that he was safely in America before the bus could leave, which I'm like, why are we getting punished for that shit? And then, of course, it was snowing. It was a snowstorm the entire drive, which I'm like, And the guy we had driving was a lead foot. Bro, he started flicking his high beams at people in the fast lane that weren't moving out of the way. And I'm like, what kind of Thunderdome shit is this? But he got us home. This was fine. But yeah, it was a little bit mental. That's for sure.
Dude, did you ever figure out or find out why he wasn't allowed into Canada?
They didn't say. I asked, and they're like, it's none of your business. I'm like, okie dokie. Just I didn't want to get held back either.
He didn't make a stink about it or nothing.
We couldn't hear because we were through. So the bus border coming back.
Why do I only see Gino?
Because I put it on a solo thing because it was his story.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I'm very important. You can move me to the box you're in, Marco, if you grab the screen and just move it. No. Oh. Where you had it right before?
Oh, no. Okay. I see. Well, no, I see what you mean, though. So if I go here, no. There.
Dude, you're going to wait till the last 8 minutes that we have.
That's right.
So let Dino finish the story. Fuck it.
No, it's basically done. The thing is, like that area, you are there's a double door and then a second double door until we get out. Mm-hmm. So we couldn't hear shit. We couldn't hear them arguing or like nothing of that sort. So ultimately, like they were just like, okay, finally he's gone. We can leave. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? And they're like, don't ask. And I'm like, I want to know. They're like, none of your business. I'm like, okie dokie. Please take me home. But yeah, it was fucked up. It was fucked up. That's for sure. And also, some of the weirdos we picked up in Niagara Falls were like a literal gaggle of red flag people. Like nobody had normal colored hair and everybody was sporting some sort of facial piercing. And I'm like, oh, good. I definitely want these people on my bus.
Well, actually, I'd rather be traveling with those people than the people with either a towel on their head or screaming or dressed like a ninja or
the difference is
maybe Asian with some military gear on, something like that. You know, a big white guy with some military gear on, like real big, drinking vodka. I mean,
it was an interesting experience, but also, yeah, no, these didn't look like the fun kind of degenerates. I was like, oh, you guys are homeless. That's what's happening right now. It was weird.
Yeah, but those are American. Those were American.
No,
they had American influence. Well, that's right there on that. That's all American there.
They probably swam across and they're like, these are the only ones that made it. And I'm like, that's whatever. Because it was right at Niagara Falls. So it was weird. But I was like, who catches a bus from here? That's so weird.
Dude, I got deported over to one of the bridges.
Yeah.
And my fucking mother told me that I got deported because I looked like a sand person. Because I didn't shave and my hair was kind of crazy. So It was just like, she was like, you got deported because you look like one of them sand people.
Yeah, well, hey.
Dude, I got like escorted. Like I had to walk. They had a fucking an armed fucking bridge guard. I don't know what the fuck you call them, troll. But with an M16, they walked half the half bridge. They went to the exact halfway point on the bridge, and like not even a ride, dude. Not even because they swore my social security card was fake.
Hey, you know what the thing is too is coming back. So every time I've gone to Cleveland, they drive from my house to Detroit, and then I catch another bus from Detroit to Cleveland, which I'm like is way longer. But for some reason they don't go to Buffalo.
Sense.
But I'll tell you this much: the border control in Detroit are the biggest bunch of useless numbskulls I've ever seen. Listen, one guy who kept on eyeballing everybody had astigmatism, so he had those big fucking Coke bottle glasses, and he's looking at everybody like trying to eye fuck everyone. And I'm like,
was he actually doing that, or was it the glasses?
Hey, it got worse because then he went to go to, I guess, the back room, and he missed the handle because of his dumbass fucking face. And I'm like, bro, you can't even figure out, you can't defeat a door handle in bright indoor lights. How are you protecting the border, you fucking loser? And he's like, excuse me, you're going to have to put your stuff through a scanner. And I'm like, for what? I'm like, what do you think I have? Is there anything, like, what are you talking about? And he's like,
which entrance was that? Was that the one that the car went through sideways?
No, that was the Peace Bridge, bro. And the Peace Bridge had like armed guard. As soon as you went through the state side to get on the bridge, they had a bunch of guys with guns and like cars right there.
Do they still have the gates there?
No,
like they had to open the gates.
When did they?
Oh, like gates? Just up and down, not big ones, just the up and down.
Okay, all right.
But
they used to have gates there when I was in my early 20s and we drive up there, they'd have like a gate there that would fly in and fly out. Like it slide in and slide it out, depending upon how many booths were open.
Yeah. No, it was nothing like that. But like also like we were passing the border at like what time was it? It was around like 6:30. So like there wasn't really any traffic.
Really?
No, there was nothing. It was nothing
Sunday though. It was Sunday.
Nope, it was Tuesday. Yeah.
At
so
6 p.m.
6:30. Yeah.
That's weird, but okay.
Yeah. But so I don't know. It was a weird thing. They but like it was a weird experience just because like Buffalo, hands down, the bus station in Buffalo was much nicer than the one in Detroit, and it's hands down nicer than the one in Cleveland. The one in Cleveland, the TVs that show you like the buses that are on schedule are off. Like I don't think they work at all because somebody like stole the cords. So they're like, and then this lady, every time they announce something,
they get there when they get there, motherfucker.
Bro, and people will like be angry. They're like, my bus is supposed to be here, and they're like, it's not. What do you want us to do? And they're like, well, I need to talk to somebody. Okay, we're talking right now. I don't understand what the problem is. But then like every time Cole's picked me up, like he's like, I'm in a red car, just don't stop for anything. Like I'll walk out and it's like 7 homeless people just go, huh? And look at me and I'm like, what? And they're like, oh no, you're too big. And I'm like, what are you gonna fucking do? And then he just like pulls up and he's like, let's go. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But also too in Cleveland, I think most places, the speaker system, there's like gate 4. And you're like, I don't know what's at gate 4, but something's at gate 4. And then I'm like, oh, is my bus here yet? And they're like, no, we'll announce it. And I'm like, okay. And then a lady walks up to me and goes, sir, do you know that they're leaving for Toronto at that gate? And I'm like, no, I haven't heard any announcement. And she's like, they're lining up right now. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm leaving. But yeah, so
that sounds like a fun trip.
I had a great time.
I'm glad he had a good time. Back to what started this all off, the horn.
The horn? Yeah. I figured it was coming.
Dino hit this thing about 5 times. Y'all see me smoking this during this whole thing.
And once I coughed so hard that my stomach came out of my mouth and I had to push it back in, I coughed so hard. That was he watched it happen and he laughed. He laughed at me. He was like, ha ha.
Dino's whole set was, I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you.
I kept on saying, I started my set off. I go, so just to be clear, the Care Bear got me too high. So it's not on me. And then he walked by and sat in his chair. I just looked at him and I go, I fucking hate you sometimes. And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, hold on. I'm like, you guys see him, right? Like he is real. And they're just like, yeah, he's real. I'm like, and he is dressed like a Care Bear. That's not just me. Like I'm not just tripping balls. And they're like, hey, you're also tripping balls. I'm like, fair enough. That's And then he kept on spreading his legs. And I'm like, stop showing us your wiener. Because he definitely wasn't wearing anything underneath. That's for sure.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I understand it.
And that is a true sign of a good comedian. When you could just say, I fucking hate you for 10, 15 minutes and get laughs like a motherfucker.
Still got laughs.
Dino fucking killed. He said like 3 things, and in between them 3 things was I fucking hate you. And he fucking killed.
And then I asked somebody to fuck the host of the show because I'm like, he's so desperate. Somebody fuck him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm like, he'll probably let you beat him up. So it's fine. Like you can smack him around a little bit. And then I said, I go, he will fall in love with you though. So you have to deal with that. But I'm sure you could just tell him to fuck off. It'll be fine. It's fine.
Where are we going tomorrow, Marco?
I don't know, Jazz. We'll probably hit the Jazz.
That's
DJ
the one
spot.
up in Cleveland.
Yeah, with Spike Lou and Jazz and DJ and them.
Hey, I thought Copenhagen was supposed to be at that show. What happened?
I don't know. I thought he was supposed to be there too.
I was expecting to meet him as well, which is this is the 3rd time and he's a ghost. I don't.
And the bad thing is you went to 2 of his spots.
Twice. It was like, hey man, can we do it? He's like, yeah, come, I'll be here. Great.
I should have came up there because I didn't have the kids out till I should have ran up.
I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't wake up till 4 in the afternoon.
We even had to see 2 vaginas smushing together. Well, they almost smushed.
I don't know. I think Cole could beat his ass. I feel like Ryan is built like a sack of potatoes, which like a well-dressed sack of potatoes. I'll give him that.
Megan, you could have came.
I mean, sounds like a fun St. Patty's Day. It was actually very enjoyable.
Yeah.
Could have came.
I know. Like, if you came, you could have came.
I get pregnant.
That's probably.
Yeah, you know it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean that's just how
that's
life is.
Marco, while you were away in the shitter or whatever, me and Dino understand why they say men can get pregnant. Because when they jerk off, they jizz in their belly button and then they become pregnant.
Yeah.
You jizz in your belly button?
I don't. Dan does.
I'm just saying.
Dan got pregnant a little while ago.
You get pregnant.
I might have some weird Ninja Turtle babies because I'll rub one out in the shower with my fucking pocket pussy, but that all hits the drain. You know, I aim away. I'm far enough distance. That ain't, even if I make it jump, it ain't, you know, it's just, it'll arc this way. It doesn't, you got penis issues.
Technically, he has belly button issues.
That's what they make wet wipes for. I had to stick a turkey baster in there and suck the fucker out.
Nobody eat turkey at Dan's house. Do not eat turkey at Dan's house.
No.
Dan's house is a no turkey zone, just to be very clear.
No turkeys. No turkeys, no gremlins.
No
salamanders.
You know, you got any shows coming up or you got anything to do your spiel?
I have Generation Dan, which is a discussion amongst comedians about generational differences. Mostly I just act crabby and tell people that their shit is stupid and their music sucks. It's very enjoyable. Young people, you know how it is. Then I actually, you know what? Hammered and Cheese is on Tuesdays, which is a cooking show. And my co-host gets shit-faced while he's drinking. And he likes to cut things. He is very capable. However, it always looks like he's going to cut his finger off. So it is entertaining. It's quite a riveting experience. But that's all for now. I think there is more stuff on the go. It's just,
any more Legos?
Dina, there's going to be Legos. I didn't today. I needed a break, man. I was so exhausted. Like I didn't, because when I'm taking the bus, I don't eat from the night before. I don't eat until I get home, right? Just because it makes it easier, so I don't have to get up shit. I did have to piss on the bus. That was the first time, and it's worse than an airplane bus.
Yes, it is.
A bathroom.
Airplane bathroom.
It is not meant for human-sized men. It is only for children and women, and not fat ones. Only small, tiny, petite women. So yeah, there's also I'm gonna start doing more Lego. I have a whole shit ton right behind me that Marco bought for me that I am starting to work on. Which is one of them is the stadium. I think I might do that first because it's actually pretty cool. So, but yeah, Lego's gonna be starting probably tomorrow afternoon. Going forward as long as I'm here. I'm leaving for Florida in a few weeks, so I'm gonna go see my mom. So then I'm gonna take a hiatus, and then it's gonna be all cooking with my mom telling me that I'm a bad person. I look homeless. So I think that's fun. She goes, Dino, you look like a homeless person. Why don't you cut your everything? Just trim everything. You look like you have no home. And I'm like, that's true. Mom, can I have some money? And she's like, oh, you're a bad son. I'm like, I'm your best son. So it's funny.
What about you, Dan? Dan, you got anything going on?
I got that show with you tomorrow. We'll go to Daily on Tuesday, and then who the hell knows? Probably Crackpots on Thursday.
Fuck Crackpots.
I know, whatever. I don't know though. I want to find out where that place on Fridays is. On the times I don't have the kids, where's Miamisburg?
You asking the wrong motherfucker. I got GPSs just on GPSs on GPSs.
I think it's down near Columbus.
I get second opinions on my GPS. Shit.
I think it's down near Columbus. So we may check that out next Friday.
Like 3 fucking hours away.
It's only like 2. When I looked it up and when I sent it to you, it only said 2 hours and 5 minutes from my house.
So a 3-hour fucking trip.
4 hours total. You go 2 out, 2 back.
That's a part-time job.
Dude, if we get Bubba and Jordan to go with, do you know how much fucking fun we're going to have?
Just live stream the drive. Just live stream the drive. And just everybody talk shit the whole time. That's what
we usually do. The one night I was going to choke Dan. I was going to choke Dan, I ain't going to lie. Like, he kept putting on this fuck shit music. And, you know,
of course, he drives a Buick. It's all gay shit.
Oh, my God. And it was just, and then, like, this is a pet peeve of mine. And I know it's like, it was even on TVs for black people, you know, just, I grew up in the hood. You don't fucking cut a song off after 10, like 5, like the first verse or two. Like not even 5 minutes into the song.
You know why
you don't just
that?
cut the song off to go to the. I want to punch somebody in the motherfucking head.
You know why you do that? Do you know why you do that? Just to annoy the fuck out of Marco.
I mean, I can respect that, but it's still against God's.
I understand it's like it's not cool. It ain't.
Oh my God! But for a fucking hour and 20 minutes, he did that shit. I want to punch
every song.
Yeah, he DJ'd the fucking song like he was one of them little. Oh my ex, Snoop Doggy.
Like, listen, if it's a shit song, I'm like, okay, you can songs. Fair, but if you can change it like twice and then whatever it lands on, you just have to listen to that song.
Yeah,
you need.
I don't like that game.
The universe said, "Fuck what
it's
you
want." It's
not
a game, sir. It's a principle and it's the law. How dare you?
And that being said, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Come and check these guys out. Go check out Selfie World. Y'all be good to each other. We out.
All right, later. You shut it off yet?